Assalamualaikum Sebastians. In previous lesson we discussed about the introduction of ammonia, what are the uses of ammonia, what raw materials are used to prepare ammonia, and what are reversible reaction, because the formation of ammonia is a reversible process. In today's lesson we are going to discuss about the conditions required for manufacturing ammonia and how ammonia can be displaced from its salt. Let's discuss about conditions required for manufacturing of ammonia. The reaction between hydrogen and nitrogen to form ammonia is reversible process. As you can see, 1 mole of nitrogen react with 3 mole of hydrogen to form 2 mole of ammonia, and it is a reversible reaction. It means simultaneously formation and decomposition of ammonia are taking place. So some of the ammonia formed may revert back to nitrogen and hydrogen. So to achieve the maximum yield of ammonia at minimum cost, the reaction conditions are very carefully controlled. So how many conditions we had discussed in last lesson? Temperature, pressure and catalyst. 3 conditions. Let's discuss about temperature first. What is the effect of temperature on the yield of ammonia? This graph will show you the yield of ammonia at different temperature. You can see pressure at x-axis, yield of ammonia on y-axis, and there are 3 curves at 3 different temperature: 600 degrees Celsius, 500 degrees Celsius and 450 degrees Celsius. You can observe from here that at lower temperature the yield of ammonia is higher, and at higher temperature the yield of ammonia is low. It means at low temperature more ammonia is produced and less is converted back into nitrogen and hydrogen. At high temperature less ammonia is produced and more ammonia is decomposed back into nitrogen and hydrogen. So ammonia is less likely to be reduced or decomposed to hydrogen and nitrogen at low temperature. What is the reason behind it? The reason is formation of ammonia is an exothermic process. Formation of ammonia is an exothermic process. It means energy is given out by the system in the form of heat. Exo, exit, therm, heat. So heat is given out by the system, and the decomposition of ammonia is endothermic process. So at high temperature what will happen? Formation or decomposition? Obviously when energy is absorbed by the decomposition process, it means more will be decomposition than formation. At high temperature more will be decomposition than formation, and at low temperature more will be formation than decomposition. Is it clear? But there is a problem with low temperature, because lower temperature also result in slow reaction. So we have to look for some other conditions. What is the effect of pressure on the yield of ammonia? Again the graph having pressure on x-axis, yield of ammonia on y-axis, and 3 different curves at 3 different temperature. So along this curve the temperature is 600, along this curve temperature is 500, and along this curve temperature is 450 degrees Celsius, because at 450 degrees Celsius the yield of ammonia is more. Therefore we will discuss this curve now. At this curve you can see at 400 atmosphere pressure the yield is 45%, and at 100 atmospheric pressure the yield is almost 20%. It means higher the pressure more will be yield. But there is a problem. Maintaining high pressure is costly, because expensive equipment, special pumps, strong pipes are required, and it needs much energy. And as you know, by increasing the pressure there is also a chance of explosion. So it is also a risky process. So we have to compromise on pressure. We will get some optimum condition for pressure, for example between 200 to 300. Beside using high pressure, high temperature, still the reaction is slow. So what to do to increase the speed of reaction? We are using catalyst, that is finely divided iron, to increase the speed of reaction. Now, what are the optimum condition in the Haber process? It was found that the best condition for producing ammonia are 450 degrees Celsius temperature, 250 atmospheric pressure, and presence of finely divided iron catalyst. These are the three optimum conditions required to produce high yield of ammonia, and you have to memorize these three conditions with justification. Why we are using 450 degrees Celsius temperature? Why not higher or why not lower? Because higher the temperature will increase the decomposition of ammonia, and lower the temperature will not favor the reaction. And why we are using 250 atmospheric pressure? Why not higher? We are not using higher pressure because higher pressure is costly as well as risky, because we need high amount of energy to maintain high pressure. We need special pumps, special equipment, special precautionary measure to maintain high pressure. And similarly, why we are using catalyst? To speed up the reaction. Catalyst is not a reactant. Catalyst itself does not consume during the reaction. It only speeds up the reaction. How the process is carried out? You can see in this figure, the first step, nitrogen, 1 volume of nitrogen obtained from fractional distillation of liquid air, and 3 volume of hydrogen obtained by cracking of petroleum. These are mixed, and then the mixture of gases is compressed by applying pressure to 250 atmosphere. The gases are heated to 450 degrees Celsius temperature and passed over finely divided iron catalyst. Iron is acting as a catalyst. The reaction is exothermic. Only about 10 to 15% of nitrogen and hydrogen is converted to ammonia. Still, under these conditions, 10 to 15% of nitrogen and hydrogen are converted into ammonia. A mixture of ammonia, nitrogen and hydrogen is obtained. The mixture of gases is cooled. Ammonia gas condensed to form liquid ammonia, and nitrogen and hydrogen are pumped back into the converter for the further reaction. Means these are recycled. The question is, the ammonia we obtain by this process, is it pure? Is it not having any content of nitrogen or hydrogen in it? Yes, it may have the content of nitrogen and hydrogen. Therefore, we have to perform fractional distillation of this ammonia again to get more pure ammonia. This was the Haber process for the manufacturing of ammonia. Now the next topic is displacement of ammonia from its salt. This we had already discussed in the topic of alkali as well, that when ammonium salt is treated with alkali, it will give another salt, water and ammonia gas. So whenever an ammonium salt is heated with an alkali, ammonia is displaced from the salt. Ammonium salt can be ammonium chloride, ammonium nitrate, ammonium sulfate, and alkali can be sodium hydroxide or calcium hydroxide. From here you will get one point, that in the topic of alkali we discussed that we use lime or calcium hydroxide or calcium oxide to reduce the acidity of soil. So can we use nitrogenous fertilizer and lime at the same time in the soil? No, we cannot use these two at the same time, because when these two will react, the ammonia gas will be liberated. There will be no use of fertilizer, because we are using fertilizer to get nitrogen, but we are not getting nitrogen from this fertilizer because it is liberating ammonia gas. Here is another question. If we are using ammonium fertilizer to obtain nitrogen for the plants, Plant cannot use the nitrogen that is present in the air. You have to answer this question. Think about it and answer me. Your homework is to answer these questions that I have copied from your book. Thank you.